Hello students, welcome to my mathematics channel, Basic Mathematics. We are discussing about the problems on multiplication theorem, right? And we have already solved some of the problems. Now we will discuss about Bayes theorem. In probability theory, Bayes theorem. Before that, let us discuss some preliminary concepts on probability. So, partition of a set. Partition of a set. We know it well, we have discussed in relation chapter. Equivalence relation makes a partition of a set. We have already discussed in that lecture. Now again we will represent the definition of partition of a sample space. You see, in probability theory, sample space is the largest set. The largest set. Right, it is the largest set, and this is called the universal set in case of probability theory, right? So let us make a partition of that sample space, right? Yes, a set of events, E1, E2 up to En is called a partition of the sample space as if it satisfies the following conditions. If it satisfies the following conditions. Number one, they are pairwise disjoint. EI intersection EJ is null set. They are pairwise disjoint. For I is not equal to j. I, j vary from 1, 2, 3 up to n. Number 2, E1 union E2 union En is equal to the sample space. That is, it can be written in notation union I is equal to 1 to n, Ei is equal to s. Same thing. Number C, that probability of each event Ei is greater than 0 for I is equal to 1, 2, 3 up to n. Right? So if a set of events E1, E2 up to En will satisfy these three conditions, then the set of events is called a partition of the sample space. You see, while we were discussing about partition of a set, we have taken the same thing, that each subset, a set of subsets of a set is said to be a partition if each subset is non-empty. Number 2, they are disjoint, pairwise disjoint. And number 3, their union is equal to the set. Here our set is the sample space, and these are all subsets of the sample space, right? This set of subsets, the set of events means This is a set of subsets of the sample space. This is called a partition if they are pairwise disjoint. That means if the events are pairwise mutually exclusive. Mutually exclusive. This indicates that they are pairwise mutually exclusive. And number 2, you see number 2, union of these events should be equal to S, exactly equal to S. And if it is not equal to S, then it is not no more a partition. Number 3, probability of each event is a positive quantity, because probability is greater than equal to 0 but less than or equal to 1. But in these cases, probabilities of each event is greater than 0. It cannot be 0. When it will be 0? If the event is a null set, it is an impossible set. But this case will never arise. Yes, if these 3 conditions will satisfied by a set of subsets of S, then we say that it is a partition of S. Right? It's a very simple. Suppose we will take an example. Suppose if we let us throw a die, right? What is the sample space? Sample space will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the sample space. So yes, we may take events like this. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see, this is a partition of your S, because this is, you see, this is E1, this is E2, this is E3, this is E4. They are, each of them is non-empty. Non-empty means their probability must be greater than 0. Third condition is satisfied, and they are pairwise disjoint. If you take intersection of this and this, it is null. This and this, it is null. This and this, it is null. This and this is also null. Similarly, if you take any 2 events, their intersection is null set, and their union, you see, union must be equal to S. So this forms a partition. Because they satisfy partition of S. Right? Suppose it is P1, right? Suppose P2, I will take 1, 2, 3, right? 4, 5, 6, 2. It's not a partition, not a partition of S, right? It is not a partition of S. Why? As 1, 2, 3 intersection 6, 2 is equal to 2, which is not null. That means the sets which we have taken are not pairwise disjoint. One pair is there, this and this, whose are not mutually exclusive because they have a common element, right? That is 2. So it does not satisfy this condition, first condition. So it is not a partition. Similarly, if I will take another, you see, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Right? You see, these events are pairwise disjoint. They are mutually exclusive because no pair has a common element, right? They are pairwise disjoint, and probability of each event is also positive, but one condition is not satisfied. Here, union of 1, 2, union 4, 5, union 6 is not equal to the sample space, because it is equal to what? Right, it is equal to 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. it is not equal to the sample space, because as 3 does not belong to this. Yes, belong to P3. It is not belong to P3. So their union cannot be equal to S. Right? So it is not also a partition of the set. Not a P3 is not a partition of P3. Is not a partition of S. If you take another, suppose P4, yes, null set 1, 2, 4, 3, 5, 6. You see, it satisfies all the conditions but is equal to 0. So P4 is not a partition. Is not a partition of S. It is not a partition of S. So, yes, if it satisfies all the three conditions, a set of events which will satisfy all the three conditions, then only it can form a partition of the set. So this is about partition. Now let us discuss about the theorem of total probability. Right? Theorem of total probability. Okay? Yes. What is theorem of total probability? Yes. Theorem of total probability. Right? Let E1, E2, En be a partition of the sample space S of an experiment of a random experiment. Right? Let them form a and suppose that the probability of each event is greater than 0. As non-zero, each event, the probability of each event of the events, let us write probabilities of the probability of occurrence of each events E1, E2 up to En are non-zero, has non-zero occur, non-zero probabilities. Suppose that probability of occurrence and I suppose that the probability of occurrence of each of the events is non-zero. Is non-zero, right? Let A be any event associated with the sample space S. Then probability of A is equal to the sum of the probabilities, probability of E1 into probability of A condition E1 plus probability of E2 into probability of A condition E2, right? Probability of En into probability of A condition En. Right, this can be written as this I is equal to 1 to n probability of Ei into probability of A condition E. Right, it's a very simple theorem. You see, you know that our sample space is the universal set, right? This is the sample space, and suppose it has the partitions like this. It is suppose E1, E2, E3, E4 like this. It is E5, E6, E7, E8, E9, E10, E11, E12, E13, E14, E15, just have an idea, E17, E18, E19, E20. Suppose our n is 20. Suppose I am just discussing a particular problem where this is a partition. Now you see E1, E2, E3, En, E20. They will form the partition. Suppose our set is like this. This is our A. This is our event, right? This is our event. Then what is probability of, it is a part of, if this is A, we can take it as the sum of this portion, these are, right? The conditional probabilities, sum of this will give you the total probability, right? Probability of A condition E1, this portion, B, the event, A condition E2 is this, A condition E3, like this. So in this way we can find the probability as probability of E1 into probability of A condition E1, right? Probability of E2 into probability. You see, suppose E4 is not there, so probability of A condition E4, it will be 0. It will be 0, so it has no role on this summation, right? Okay, so this is the total probability. Let us prove it, right? Let us prove it. Okay. Suppose, yes, we will start here. What is given? Given that E1, E2, En is a partition of S. if it is a partition of S, so we have EI intersection EJ is is phi is equal to phi for I is not equal to J, I J from 1 to up to N, and union E1 union E2 union En is equal to S, and probability of each EI is greater than 0 for I is equal to 1 to up to N. This is the thing. Now, as in that figure we have seen, let A be any event associated with A, S. Then, but A is equal to, so A is equal to what? A intersection the sample space as A is a subset of S, right? Each and every event is a subset of the sample space, so we can take A is as intersection of S, but this is A intersection E1 in union E2 union En, right? And we know that from set theory that intersection is distributive over union of sets, so it is equal to A intersection E1 union A intersection E2 union A intersection En, right? So this implies probability of A is equal to probability of this union, right? Union A intersection E2 union A intersection En. You see, all these events, A intersection E1, A intersection E2, A intersection En, all are mutually exclusive because E1, E2, E3, N are mutually exclusive, right? They are pairwise disjoint. So these are mutually exclusive. This is equal to probability of A intersection E1 plus probability of A intersection E2 plus probability of A intersection En, right? As A intersection E1, A intersection E2 up to A intersection En are mutually what? Exclusive. They are mutually exclusive. E1, E2, En are mutually exclusive. So intersection of A with those sets must be mutually exclusive, right? Now this is this, and you say this is equal to, you see, probability of A intersection from multiplication theorem, probability of A intersection E1 is equal to probability of E1 into probability of A condition E1 plus probability of E2 into probability of A condition E2 plus up to probability of En into probability of A condition En. So this is equal to, like, it can be written like this, 1 to N probability of EI into probability of A condition EI, right? This is your total probability theorem. Yes, very simple theorem. You can solve it, you can prove it. Now let us discuss one example. Yes, what is that? Your example 15. What is given in that example? Yes. Any difficulties? No. This is the definition of partition. A is equal to A intersection S. That means intersection of these union of these n sets, and intersection is distributive over union. So we can write it like this. Now all these are mutually exclusive. That means they have no common element. So from mutual exclusiveness, probability of A is equal to sum of the probabilities of this, and that is the probability of A intersection E. In multiplication theorem, from multiplication theorem we can get it. So this is the theorem. Okay, so let us now discuss the example 15, where there is a work to be completed in time there is a construction job to be completed in time, but there is a possibility of strike. There may be a strike which will hamper the construction work. So it is given, let A be the 15. Let A be the event that the work will be completed in time. Let B be the event that there will be strike. There will be strike. Yes. It is given that the probability that there will be a strike is 0.65. That is, probability of B is equal to 0.65. So this implies probability of not strike, that means B dash is equal to 1 minus 0.65, that is 0.35. There will be no strike. This is the probability that there will be no strike, right? And there will be that the job will be completed if there is no strike is 0.80. Yes, probability of A condition B dash is equal to 0.8. This is given. If there is no strike, then probability of that the job will be completed is 0.8. And automatically there will be 0.3 that the complete construction will be completed on time if there is a strike. Probability of A condition B is 0.32, right? 0.32. What is the probability that the job will be completed in time? Now you see, we can say here B union B dash is equal to your sample space, and B intersection B dash is null set, and probability of B greater than 0, probability of B dash is also greater than 0. So B and B dash is a partition of S, is a partition of S. So by total theorem of total probability, probability of A is equal to probability of B into probability of A condition B plus probability of B complement into probability of A condition B. Right? Yes, you put the values. What is probability of B? It is 0.65. Probability of strike. Probability of A condition B, it is 0.32. Probability of B dash, there is no strike. The probability is 0.35. And into probability of A condition B dash, it is 0.8. Now we can calculate. Yes, 6532. 130, 15 there, 19, 8, 2, right? 0.208, 0.208 plus here 4, 8 into 3, 24, 4. 28. So it is 0.280. B, A condition B. Probability that A condition B is 0.32. That there is no strike and that the construction job will be completed on the in time if there is a strike. Right? If there is a strike. If there is not strike, it is 0.8. Right?